So welcome. I think I'm on episode 7 of Mindset Monday. Like I said, today we're talking about the importance of your energy on your mindset. And I wanted to do this because I am going to be starting a series, a weekly series. It will be a low ticket paid event on working through different energy things, like learning how about each chakra and balancing them, learning how to work with crystals in your energy, learning how to clear. And like, I don't even know, because it's just going to be what it's going to be, but it's going to be a weekly event that you can subscribe to. It'll be cheaper if you subscribe to it monthly, but there will be opportunities, I think, to pay for individual sessions if you want to come. So watch for that. I haven't figured out all the details yet, but it's coming. So I wanted to preface it with this because your energy on your mindset is huge. So with that being said, the reason why it's huge is because our entire body is a complete energy system, right? So if our body is not in flow, so in our bottom, we have 7 energy centers, which are normally referred to as chakras, or however you want to say it. There's multiple ways to say it. I've been told the correct version is chakra, but I often mispronounce it myself. So who knows? What do I know? I know nothing. I'm just sharing information. So when your body energy centers are out of alignment or imbalanced somehow, it disrupts this beautiful flow, which impacts so many things. It impacts your ability to manifest. It impacts your ability to have this positive mindset that everybody often talks about. It impacts so many things. And when we are in a place where we can be or feel balanced, it allows us to be able to, sorry, I've got like 3 things on the go behind me and I just got a notification. So I wanted to make sure everything was still fine. When we are in balance, it allows us to really kind of get to the root or figure out what is going on that is impeding us from like being able to manifest quickly or being able to live in those positive self-talk and erase those limiting beliefs and all of these other things, right? So I have 5 reasons why it is so important, why, really tuning into your own energy is so important for your mindset and to live a beautiful life that feels abundant and easy. So here we go. Number 1, energy is your foundation, my friends. Like I said, every thought, belief, whether it's positive, negative, experience, everything gets stored in your chakras and in your auric field. Like even if that information hasn't been processed consciously, it's there. It's there subconsciously too. And so really allowing yourself to go through this energy healing or energy clearing or energy work of some sort and pull yourself back in so that all of those energy centers feel like they're, working at their optimal best. Think about it. We go and get our cars taken in for, oil changes and alignments and all of these other things, right? Like you have to keep things in good working order. Your body is no different. So by balancing those chakras or, repairing any holes or cracks in your auric field or things like that, it really allows you to release anything like I talked about the other day. You release what no longer is serving you. Well, what that means is that you're moving that stagnant energy. Now, I'm a firm believer of, I say, I know Reiki, a lot of people with Reiki consider themselves energy healers. I am not a healer. I cannot heal you. You can only heal yourself because it is ultimately your decision whether your energy shifts and moves or not. I can suggest it with Reiki. I can suggest it with working in your Akashic records because that's energy work too. I can suggest it by doing crystal healing. I can suggest it by doing hypnotherapy. I can suggest it by doing all of these other things. But ultimately, you, my friend, are in complete control as to whether that energy shifts or not and whether you release that stagnant energy. So you are powerful, my friends. Don't ever forget that. Yeah, an energetic tune-up. Exactly, Shauna. I love it. Okay, I think that's all I wanted to say about number 1. Number 2, positivity doesn't cut it. Toxic positivity is a thing, my friends. And, like I am all about like having the best mindset you can possibly have. Obviously, like I like to preach about this. But You cannot always be in a positive mindset. I don't care how phenomenal your life is. I don't care how much healing you've done. I don't care if you have $1 billion in your bank account. There are going to be limits because we are human. So when those limits come into play, that's when some of this energy work is like spot on. So a lot of times we'll have, situations, events, people, thoughts, whatever it is, where we have a cord, an energetic cord of sorts attached. So you've formed some bond of attachment with a thought, a belief, a feeling, a person, a situation, a traumatic event. It doesn't matter. Like, it can come in many different forms or fashions. But when you form this cord, and all that means is that like you are very much, I'll use the word stuck. You're stuck in the mindset of like, being fixated on how that person makes you feel, or being fixated on like how you were a victim in this particular event, or whatever the case, it doesn't matter. But it gives you that kind of like draining energy where you are stuck in this lower vibrational frequency. And regardless of how much journaling you've done, and regardless of how much positive affirmations you've done, and all of these other positive mindset tricks and tips that you may have tried, it may not be shifting for you. And that could be why. So cutting energetic cords, cutting ethereal cords, whatever you want to call it. There's multiple names for them, but that can be a really profound practice that you can do. Sometimes it takes once, and this is generally done. It can be done as a guided meditation. You can do it yourself if you feel comfortable doing it, and you have kind of a space where you know the process of working your way through it. If you don't know that and you need some help, I do have a video that will very much support you inside of the Connected Female Mind tribe on Facebook. So be sure to go in and add yourself to that group if you're not already a part of it, for those of you on Instagram and YouTube who may be watching this. And it'll give you step-by-step on how you can do that. So why is that important? Because it can help you with your mindset. Like I said, doing those mindset tools, using those mindset tools to shift that mindset into that higher vibrational energy, into that positive mindset, into the reframing of your limiting beliefs or anything else that you have had this attachment to, is great. And it kind of reframes your perspective with your mindset consciously, but it also will help you work through those layers subconsciously. So it kind of heals like your physical, your emotional, and your spiritual self all in one, which is great. So that's step number 2, or reason number 2, why energy is so important in mindset. Reason number 3, it takes the friggin' pressure off. You don't need to be in charge, my friends. So when you are like believing fully in the idea of this energy healing, energy work, other things, it lifts the pressure off of you, because in doing that, you are admitting that there is something bigger propelling you and helping you. So like a lot of times, we say like tune into your higher self, like ask your guides, your teachers, your mentors, your loved ones, your ancestors, whatever, whoever it is, Mother Earth. It doesn't matter what the energy is, but God, you feel like there's something bigger, and you're asking that person or people or energy to come and help fix whatever it is you're struggling with, right? So it's giving that recognition in that divine kind of healing. And not only is it in you, right? When we align, we become this beautiful, clear channel that is connected to that divine source energy, however it feels to you. So we can feel it in ourselves, but we connect to it around us as well. Going out, like we talked about in one of our other episodes, like going out and walking in nature is sometimes all it takes to spark that creativity, because it just makes you, it's almost like a reset for your body, right? Getting that beautiful healing energy from Mother Earth. So it's a great way to not feel like you need to be in 100% control, and allowing yourself to receive something beautiful in exchange. So let it all go, my friends. Like, that is my favorite thing to tell people. Just be like Elsa and let it go, because it's amazing when you can just surrender to infinite possibilities for yourself, right? Number 4, get to the root. This is a big one. And I'm going to tell you, it's kind of a shameless plug for what I do, but this is why I feel it's so important to talk about this, because I work predominantly, I can't even talk right now, in the Akashic records. And what that is an energetic book of life. When we come to earth, we talk about all the things we want to learn. We talk about the experiences we want to have. And I say why we talk, meaning our soul figures out what it wants to experience in this lifetime, right? And so we can access that through your Akashic records, because everything is energy. Everything is energy. Everything has an Akashic record. So you can gain information about a house, you can gain information about a pet, you can gain information about yourself, you can gain information about a job, you can gain information about a business that you own, about a relationship that you are a part of. Like, you name it, the possibility is endless. And going into your Akashic records and asking the right questions, because when you go into that, you're connecting with ancestors, crossed over loved ones, guides, mentors, teachers, whatever you want to call it, multiple people. And when you connect with those people, you are ultimately able to ask questions and have a dialogue. So I am literally just like the channel. I have tuned in to your frequency, and your higher self, your spirit team, the people that are there to help you. Like I said in number 4, recognizing that there's something bigger than what we can see in front of us with our physical eyes, right? And so I become this like messenger for you, where you can gain instant access to literally anything that you want to know. I sold a house in Cold Lake. Well, I didn't sell it. The realtor sold it, but like, we couldn't figure out why our house wasn't selling. I tapped into the Akashic records of my house. It told us what needed to happen. We did it. And literally the next day we had an offer. Well, when we had finished the stuff, the next day we had an offer on the house and it was sold. So like, it can be that instant, friends. It gets you to the root. And this can be like, you can use it with Reiki. You can use it with hypnotherapy. Like, there's multiple energetic healing or energetic work that you can do that like connects you to that root of whatever the problem is. I'm going to put problem in quotations, because we're not always seeking answers to a problem, but generally speaking, when we're talking about like working on our mindset, it's because we can't overcome something. So that's why I'm referring it to like that. Let's see, I think, yeah. So the essential steps in this process is getting to the root, is acknowledging, whatever it is that no longer serves you, right? That there's something there that's not serving you, whether it's a mindset, like that negative self-talk, whether it's a limiting belief, whether it's an experience or a person that you have this cord that you're holding on to. Like, you're acknowledging that there is something that feels like it's holding you back somehow. And then with that awareness, you can take the steps forward. It kind of like works like a snowball. Like, once you can find the awareness, once you can find the root, then it snowballs and you can easily shift it. So those things paired with stuff like practical, actionable daily steps, like journaling, positive affirmations, whatever it is that suits your fancy. When you pair it with the energy work, with the actual like logical mind work, so this intuitive and logical working together, magic happens, my friends. I tell you what. So like I said, that connects you to your conscious thoughts, right? Your logical mind, your conscious thoughts, that negative self-talk that comes in when you bring awareness to that, and you get to the root of why it's happening in the first place. So like, a big struggle for me has always been my self-worth. Like, my dad kind of had this idea of abandonment, like this fatal flaw. Like, I wasn't worth it because he didn't stick around when I was a kid. He traumatized me multiple times from the time I was an infant until I was 18. When I finally realized, like, you do no longer serve me. I'm cutting you from my life because you're a terrible human. But even still doing the work, like, things come up, things surface as you heal. The layers of the onion get peeled back. And when those things start to surface again, you bring your awareness to it. And the more you become comfortable with being aware of these situations when they arise, or the feelings or the thoughts or the emotions, whatever you want to call it, you can shift it a lot faster. And that's the beauty of it. When you are connected to your energy, and when you feel like your chakras are in alignment and balanced, and you feel like you are this clear channel, you can receive those messages quickly. Your awareness tunes in a lot faster than if it has to do like this up the path, right? So it's amazing. And reason number 5, why connecting with your energy is impacting your mindset, is because when you raise your vibe, you raise your life. And I talked about this the other day. I did a reel on it. I don't know what day, because it's a miracle that I know today is Monday. So Friday, maybe, I don't know. But at one point last week, I shared a reel that talked about this. And like when those negative self-talk things come in, what can you do to shift your energy? And that's really important. And I've talked about this before in multiple times, but like when you have or hold on to this like kind of lower vibrational energy, or when you choose to stay in the mindset of like, oh, I can't apply for that job because I'm not smart enough. I don't have the credentials. It doesn't matter what you're telling yourself. Insert negative self-talk or limiting belief or some kind of like thing that's pulling you backwards, old perspectives. It's like, it's hard to then feel empowered, right? And so if you can shift your energy and rise above that, because we consider those things like lower vibrational energy, and the optimal space where abundance and like the universe and manifestation and everything else, like that vibrates in the frequency of love. So if you are in the frequency of love and joy, gratitude, things like that, if you are living up here, my friends, this stuff is no longer going to pull you back and keep you held in that place where you maybe don't want to be anymore, right? And so by shifting your energy and getting to that state where you can feel empowered, you are able to manifest things quicker. You are now speaking the language of the universe, my friends, when you are resonating or vibrating in an energy of love and joy and gratitude, right? So things just happen a lot quicker for you. So that energy and healing work helps you break those energetic patterns that you may have been stuck in. That was kind of what I wanted to say. See, this is why I take notes, because sometimes I get off track. So I want you to think of like energy workers, like a nurse. Okay. So a nurse works on your physical body, right? They can patch you up. They can put a Band-Aid over or over the cut or the tear. They can stitch you up, or doctors can stitch you up, whoever, health workers can fix your physical body on the outside. Energy workers repair those things on the inside, where the things that you can't see with your eyes. So they can, like I said, they can, like cleanse your auric field. They can help cut these cords that are keeping you attached and like fill them up so that they don't grow back, right? Or necessarily grow back, depending on how bad the cord is. It may take more than one time to do it. You may have to practice cord cutting up to 21 days, right? Because sometimes we are very much attached or connected to a person or a situation, right? But in doing that over and over, and in working with your energy, the energy workers are basically like a health professional for your soul, which I think is a really beautiful thing. So, yeah, I think that's all I want to say. It's worth it. If you have never done anything with your energy work, I highly recommend it. I fought this for years, my friends. And it's because I was so fearful of the judgment, and I was worried about what people would think of me. I didn't want people to consider me, like off my rocker because I'm going to a Reiki practitioner, which I think is really funny because, massage therapy, highly renowned, like proven that it like helps release things, right? It releases sore muscles. Reiki is an energetic massage therapist, right? Like you are doing the same thing. You are working on the whole body. You are connecting to that person's energy. And for myself, I can't speak for everyone, but for myself, because I am highly intuitive, AKA psychic, whatever you want to call it, like when I connect and do Reiki healing, then I can connect and get information as we go through the energy centers of your body. So a lot of times answers will just magically appear for me, whether it's like a person that I'm connecting to that's part of your team, whether it's just this sense of knowing of like where this pain or suffering, dis-ease in your body is coming from. Like it gives you the answers, right? And so you can, like I said, I can't make you do it. I can suggest with my hands where the energy goes. I can suggest with my words where the energy goes. I can suggest with the crystals that I'm using to help in the healing process and all of the rest of it. I can suggest as much as I want, but ultimately you are in control of how you shift your life. So I hope this has been helpful for you today, and realizing how important energy work can be to not only your energetic self, but to your logical self too. So I wish you all the best Monday. Have a beautiful week going forward, and I will connect with you all again soon. I love you guys.